Hey, welcome back to another review by yours truly. And this is Rada Reads, where I give impromptu, unasked review about the novel that I've just read. And this time we are going to talk about My Nemesis Has Finally Gone Bankrupt. Here we have the official summary. The nemesis that Jiran has been unable to stand for many years has finally gone bankrupt. Jiran is the name of the MC. All his scoundrel friends asked him, "What now?" Jiran laughed coldly. "You still have to fucking ask him. Of course, it's to use this opportunity to torment, humiliate, and trample upon him." Therefore, Jiran waved an arm and threw a card towards his nemesis in mad glee and saying that he did sponsor him. However, the next day he sat up with a dumbfounded expression, feeling a sore ache in his body. He recalled the bitterness of last night as well as their fight and the tears he had wept. "Qin Man, you dog, I'll kill you." Well. Looks like the tables have turned. The MC decides to sponsor his nemesis because the nemesis has gone bankrupt. And he ends up getting sponsored himself, kind of. The entire novel is based on these two, their interactions. It is so fun to read how Sundre or MC is and how much the ML loves him and how much the MC loves the ML back, especially their history goes way back in high school, middle school, and it is kind of like an enemies to lovers, but they were already in love with each other. So we can't even say it's enemies to lovers, but it is kind of there, right? MC is convinced he hates Qin Man. He hates him. And to humiliate him, he decides to sponsor him, to keep him, to be his sugar daddy, something. He throws the money at him like, "Here, take my money, whatever you need, whatever you want." And Emma, Emma, oh my god. Of course, this is a BL novel where the ML have to be the most powerful being ever. There are few exceptions in the novel community, but well, for Joshi Hart has to read where ML is more powerful. Why? Because we need our man, our baby girl to be secured in a relationship. He needs to be protected, fed, everything, right? And it can only be done when the ML is more powerful than the MC, right? I know it's very misogynistic of me, but my baby girl, my MC needs to be protected. That is a must. Okay? Now. Of course, he's not gone bankrupt. It is something, well, his family has gone bankrupt, but he personally has so much assets because of his grandfather and how much property his grandfather used to own in China. Not in China, in this fictional city or whatever. And he had plans to start a new company and to go back to his old and recruit the old people, etc., etc. But on the day of that bankruptcy got revealed to the public, he met Jiran. And Jiran threw a card at him. And when your childhood crush throws a card at you and say that he'd sponsor you, that means he'd fuck you? Are you going to say no or yes? Of course you're going to say yes. And he decided to be kept. And it's so much fun to read the entire novel. I don't want to spoil actually everything, but I adored every single piece. Well, there was a time when I did get bored because I found it kind of lengthy and kind of repetitive because of the whole Sundre arc. But the character, the MC, the character himself is written so beautifully. He's the illegitimate. What is illegitimate? I'm so sorry. Illegitimate child of G family. And see, I don't want to spoil everything of how his family background got into place and how he become illegitimate in the first place. But let me tell you, there is this whole entire arc about his mother and how much she suffered and how there is a change of heart in his stepbrothers and his family. This entire part, this entire section of Jiran's family is such a key point, and how nobody is with him anytime, anywhere, needs somebody except for our lovely Emil, right? And how he always stood by his side. And there is this whole symbolism of how aloneness and family inside it, which I won't go into detail, but I absolutely loved it. And let me tell you about how much fun their dynamic is to read. Like, it's actually genuinely fun. If I meet these two in real life, I would be their fan as well. Of course, both the characters has to be handsome. So of course they're handsome, they're cute, their dynamic is lovely, and his friendship. Oh my god. I love this friendship. Jiran has two best friends. These two, he loved both of them. He has been friends with them for over the ages. And these two are the characters on their own. Like, we have Yuvenwen, his best friend. He is a cross dresser, I guess. He's gay. Obviously, everybody's gay in this universe. And it's so cute. He's so fun to be around. Like, he's not rich by no means, but he's such a fun character. And I love him. We have next the last Chenpang, and let me tell you, my boy has gone through some things. He is really cute. Like, there could be another novel written about Chenpeng on his own. But my author did had mercy on us and completed his entire story arc in this only. And we have the last extra chapters about his story and his love interest. We did secured some scenes where there is this repeatedness and continuation of everything in the novel, which I find really beautifully written. Like, everything is so consistent. Like, in the background characters we meet, there is this hidden details that you just know by when you reach the end of the story. You meet this character in, I think it's approximately chapter 43, which ends up being relevant by the end of the chapters. It is such a beautifully written novel. I don't know what else to ask you. Just go and read it. You will be blessed. Your pillow side will always be cold. Your feet will always be warm. And I don't know any other Chinese blessings. Well, yeah, that's it. The next novel I'm reading right now is The Caged Emperor. And no, wait. I was going to start The Caged Emperor, but I did not like how it's written in first person POV. So I've started reading 9,000 Years. So let's talk about it when I read to you next. Bye bye.